Welcome back. Here we are again in Jonny's beautiful kitchen. Hello, Sam.
Welcome to my beautiful yet incredibly tiny kitchen.
You do actually look quite terrifying right now, standing like that under that lamp.
Yeah, I'm known for being terrifying. People know me for that. Colander?
So, yeah, we've got out our equipment. This is what you're going to need. Colander. We've got a big bowl.
Yeah, I like to use a mixing bowl for this because I bought some mixing bowls, but I used to do it in a big old IKEA pan. The one that has a lid so big it doesn't fit in my cupboard.
So any large basin type thing.
You need room to mash.
Very nice.
That's the key.
So we've also got a masher, therefore.
Yes.
Nice big sharp knife, chopping boards, and do we have our pans already set up? Is that?
I got the one pan. The saucepan. Mr. Saucepan. Yeah, and then otherwise, I did a cursory clean because I was going to be on camera, so don't judge me too much. Make sure your drying rack is held up by gaff tape.
Extremely important.
Yeah, because your false wall.
Yeah.
Is made of paper.
I think we already complained about that last time.
Oh, nice. I wasn't a complaint. I was giving tips.
We should also crack open. We've got some beers, haven't we?
Oh.
And nothing goes with burgers quite like beer.
Exactly, yes. So
while you're getting your equipment out, we're going to open a beer.
Just so the viewer knows, Grace has gifted me these beers.
I sure have.
Thank you very much.
No expense spared.
It's a Jurassic Park reference.
Yes.
Spared no expense.
Yes, it is.
Google, stop what you're doing. Google now the Jurassic Park guy on a subway train. You'll enjoy it.
Oh, I've never seen that.
That's just a
picture.
Can I
stop what we're doing right now?
It's just a picture of some old guy who's dressed exactly like Richard Attenborough in Jurassic Park.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And it's just a meme. It says underneath, "When your awesome dinosaur theme park fails." Wonderful.
Cheers. Cheers at home. And now all that rubbish is out of the way.
Mate.
God, we go on.
Yeah.
We're gonna get started.
So, wrong one. Yeah, chickpeas. Some people like to save their chickpea water, especially a lot of vegans, your chickpea goo, because it can replace eggs in quite a lot of recipes.
No.
You didn't know that?
I had no idea. I thought it was kind of bad for you, in fact.
I mean, so are eggs.
Well, yeah, they're like toxic. I thought you had to rinse it off. It's all bad.
No. Vegans watching now are like, growing some melon, what a shame.
I'm going to be cancelled from vegan circles, aren't I?
Yeah. So we're going to just leave those draining a little bit and make a Steve McLaren start on the courgettes. Let's do that.
Is that a reference to the video that you tried to just show me?
Where it didn't work.
Yeah, so we are rinsing our courgettes,
or
zucchinis if you're of that ilk.
Yeah, I like the word zucchini. It's good.
I think courgette and zucchini are both good words.
I think a lot of Brits just go like, oh, we don't like it because the Americans say it, and then you're like, buddy, the Italians say it, and that's everyone's favourite accent to do, isn't it?
So we've got our grater here, and we are grating.
Doing a greater job.
We're doing a great job. We didn't tell you to get a grater out, so you might be scrambling to grab your grater at this point. So we're going to grate nice and slow, Jonny. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, it takes a while. So I'm going to do one of the courgettes.
Okay.
And see how I feel about it.
If you feel good, you'll stop there, and if you feel bad, you'll keep going.
But by see how I feel about it, I meant when I add it to the mixture,
right.
I will then see if we need any more. Usually, I end up using 1.5.
Okay.
Which is why I made sure we had 2 in the video.
Very smart.
They don't sell courgettes by the half.
That would be an absurd thing to buy anyway. Just chuck in the
Did you see how full my bin was? I am looking for half a courgette. Shall we also... what's the French for an onion?
Oignon.
Oh, I thought so. I was going to say that and then I felt like an idiot.
Wait, hang on. So you are leaving that other courgette for now?
For now, yeah.
Okay.
I might grate it into the mixture when I see how we're doing a little bit later on.
And we are now moving on to prepping our oignon.
Yes, for which we should use a knife much sharper than this one.
I've recently got some very sharp knives. Everyone watching this show is going to be so bored of me talking about my very sharp knives.
Well, they'll be bored of me talking about how my knives are blunt, because I did that last time.
Yeah.
I haven't upgraded the knife, but I do have another knife, which I might use.
I keep cutting myself because I'm so not used to cooking with
Oh
knives.
yeah, and it just goes like right through. Yeah.
I've even realised like I would scrape things off the knife so much and often run my finger along the blade while doing so.
Oh, don't do that.
Can't do that with sharp knives anymore, it turns out.
So let's see. I haven't read the actual recipe for this for quite a long time.
Okay.
It was sent to me by my sister. And yeah, I think it's from something really lame like the Times. So it's
British paper for those
British
who are
newspaper.
not-
But like, isn't that like one of the Murdoch ones? I thought one of the key
almost
features of Time to
definitely.
Cook was anti-Murdoch. But yeah, they will probably call for like really finely chopped onions. But
You're just going to go for chunky dices.
yeah, because there's so much going into this. I just think getting the odd bit of onion here and there is fine. But some people don't like that. Also, my knife is too blunt to cut that without it going
If
everywhere.
you would like finer diced onion, then do please pause the video and go ahead and dice it.
Yeah, but I don't need that. What did I say? 4 cloves of garlic?
You did promise that you were going to use 4 cloves of garlic.
4 cloves of garlic. Okay.
Be very
Oh,
upset.
I'm doing accents again. I don't want people to see how manky my bin is. It's full of like.
And your bin is
stuff.
completely off camera, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, man. I got a full bin situation. I
How
cleaned up for Time to Cook, and I didn't empty the bins.
Fortunately, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you'll see we've got our grated courgette, we've got our roughly chopped onion, and now we're moving straight on to the garlic.
Yes.
Giving it a little squeeze to get the paper off. Didn't work though, did it?
Yes, it did.
Oh, it did, okay. Through the camera it looks like it's still covered in paper. What does the camera know?
Who's this guy wrapping up all these onions? Onions? Garlics.
Hey, someone's got to do it.
That's true.
So you think it was a Times newspaper recipe?
I believe so. Yeah.
Have you made some tweaks to it? Do you reckon?
Simplified it.
Yeah.
They were sticking in like, I don't know, rose water or something.
Sounds unnecessary.
Do you know what it was? I reckon it was rice wine vinegar, which I do actually have. But peanut butter has a strong flavour, and I found that it wasn't adding anything to it. Grace Mellor, how much would you hate it if I forgot an ingredient?
How much of a key ingredient is what you forgot?
It is, I'd say 0 to 1% key.
I wouldn't actually hate it at all. It gives me a chance to add some cute little text to the intro video, which I quite enjoy sometimes. You know?
Okay, so I'm chopping up my
So
garlic.
we are kind of roughly mincing. Back to the mincing. I don't know why that's not been a joke with anyone else. Just
Nobody minces quite as much as I
think
do.
that must be it.
Hey, I found a bit of paper in here.
See? Told you. The camera don't lie.
Yeah, well, the world tells Grace Mellor she's wrong, and she says, no, no.
I somehow squirreled
No,
that
I'm
in
right,
there when
I'm
you
right.
weren't looking.
Do you know what I'm going to add in?
Yeah, what?
I'm going to add into the mix de burger cock sauce.
Hang on a minute. Kyle and I had a long discussion about this because her Thai curry paste was like green Thai curry paste, in quotation marks, cock. And we were just a bit baffled by this. But this is cock sauce.
I think it's a brand. I think I've got an off-brand one anyway.
You don't want off-brand cock.
So that is just a quite spicy chili sauce.
Is
Again,
it sriracha or is
do it
it
by your own spice level.
Okay.
It's officially not sriracha. Yes, it is sriracha biber sosu kok aki. And if you remember from the ingredients video, I said I might use some jalapenos,
You did.
but I didn't have them in the video.
You did not. We'll
So I'm
forgive
going to
you.
just chop up some of them as well.
You might have some left over from making Jonny's other dish. I know I did.
Yes, they last forever
Yeah.
and they taste great. I think I really am repeating myself because I think I do like them more than the OG.
Yeah, no, I don't think we talked about that, but I would agree.
There's a tanginess there.
Lovely tanginess.
Hey, if you are going back to my old video, I have upped the black bean game considerably.
No.
Mate, with this is like it's not like apropos of nothing. Popped in some of that right at the end when the beans soaked it all up.
yeah.
Just the pickle juice,
Just a little jus.
the jus from your pickle.
Right.
And oh my goodness.
Yeah?
Yeah. Game changer.
Well, I'm absolutely going to try that now,
Yeah.
and I might even go back and make a note in the video because we're all missing out. So we are roughly chopping up about testfully trying to.
I got two.
Two like dessert spoons, heaped.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just dessert spoon.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Of our pickled jalapenos.
Yeah.
Oh, they smell good.
Would you like one?
No, because I think we did this last time. It was really quite spicy, and then I.
Yeah, no, I'm regretting it. Right. We're gonna go to the.
Mistakes.
We're gonna go to the mashing. So.
Good.
Put your chickpeas in the big bowl. Oh yeah, listen to that sound.
Satisfying sound.
That's all you know is a good chickpea. I'm going to rinse this first because...
Rinse your masher?
Just
What have you
no.
been doing with it?
Well, there's just no extractor fans in this country, it seems. So,
Everything gets a film.
so
We mash it.
you can get right in here, mate.
Get right in here.
Yeah, just mash. I would say when you think you've mashed enough,
Keep going.
yeah, keep going because you haven't.
And then someone's just left with a pulp.
Oh no, there's a mid-90s art indie band in my garbanzo beans.
Is that a chickpeas garbanzo beans?
I believe they are.
Oh.
I would love to see just Jarvis Cocker pop up from inside here.
Stop it! I'm mashed enough. I don't really. Where's he from again?
I believe he's from Sheffield.
Yeah, don't think I can do a Sheffield accent. But I'm going to try. You can try.
I'm from very near to Sheffield. No. I can't even do a Nottingham accent, and that's where I'm from.
But that's quite niche, isn't it?
Not for the 500,000 of us that are from there.
I mean, for us to try and do regional accents, that would be...
Are you saying that Russell Crowe didn't do a good job in the 2008, I want to say, version of Robin Hood?
I seem to remember he did not.
Oh, well, you know what's great about that is that you remember that film.
I actually do.
Because not many people do. It was filmed in Derbyshire as well, which made not people from Nottinghamshire quite angry.
They'd be irate. You're making this look quite difficult.
It is. I'm not having a good time here. I bought the cheapest chickpeas there are, and they're a bit tough.
They're a bit hard.
Yeah. Boiled pea chick. Honestly, viewer, I want to say reader. Viewer, I would mash more than that, but I don't want to.
Come on, one last mash. One last mash. That's good. Keep going.
Topical with the Daft Punk.
Oh right, yeah. Can't say I don't know, too many feelings about that.
A band that hasn't released an album in 8 years.
Honestly, I kind of thought they'd already heard it.
Scottish comedy hero legend Limmy every Friday posts listen to what's that song they had?
I don't know. The one that I did now.
It's the Sound of the Summer. What is it? Listen to Get Lucky. Sound of the Summer.
Oh yeah.
He's been posting that, I guess, for 8 years now. Brilliant. Every Friday. Love it.
That's very good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have mashed sufficiently.
Yeah. Let's bung this in later because we're going to get our hands dirty.
Yay!
Where is Hans? He's very dirty. Did I leave some ingredients in the other room again?
You absolutely did. Would you like to fetch them?
Yeah.
I won't show behind the scenes, it'll ruin the magic.
So,
The oats.
open your oats. Leave them open.
Can you spoon these in?
No.
Please?
Mate, when you see how much of this goes in.
Or can you use a cup or something? I want to be able to tell people. Can you use a random bowl? All right.
Yeah, one of the cheapo bowls from the
I think that's
Asian
about
food
a
shop.
cup, actually. That's perfect.
Yeah, we're going to do this about 8 times.
Yeah, no, that's good though.
Okay.
Thank you, I appreciate it a lot.
1. You can get what you want by being nice to people, saying please and thank you.
It's exactly what I believe.
2.
2. Dos.
Now we're going to leave it there.
Oh, there you go.
No,
You
I
do
would
that
say,
8 times.
what is this one? 500 grams. You're going to use probably one whole one of these, but I have 2 that are open because I don't use peanut butter very often.
Oh, this is so much peanut butter, that's very exciting.
We didn't talk about the yield.
We did not. How much is it yielding us?
We're going to yield 10 to 12 burger patties from this. And you'll be glad to know that they freeze perfectly. And They're just a really good thing to add to vegan meals. So you'll see when we form them that they could also be formed as little balls. And you could make them even smaller if you wanted to. I've had them with, so I fried them up as little tasty balls and had them with rice-based dishes, all sorts of things.
Probably pasta and pasta sauce you could do it with as well, maybe?
Yeah, I wouldn't, but you could. Wouldn't say, I got an Italian ex-girlfriend. I learned all the things that I was doing wrong.
Yeah, true. Nothing will ruin experimental Italian cooking like having an Italian partner.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm very thankful for all the great things that I learned.
Sure.
One of my favourite memories of that.
No peanut butter in pasta sauce.
No. One of my favourite memories of that time was at her parents' house over Easter, and there was they'd invited people around and they'd made just an absolute cliche amount of amazing Italian food, and I had no idea what anyone was saying. I don't speak Italian, and so I asked oh, what's going on? Everyone was seems to be having a really good time. It's oh, they're talking about how good the meal they had last week was. I was in front of this table full of amazing food. And I was oh god.
It's my kind of people, though.
Do you know the 2-spoon technique? You might like this. It just makes life so much easier.
Yeah.
Then you can always leave one in there in case you use one to mix, and then you're not going to get oats in your peanut cheese.
No one wants oats in their peanut cheese. It also makes it look like you're quenelling, that very fancy chef technique where they use 2 spoons to make a fancy little shape.
So what did I do? I put 2 of these in?
You put 2 bowls in so far, and you reckon you've used the equivalent of a whole jar of peanut butter?
I would say half to 3/4 probably.
Yes,
so we're talking 375 grams, is that right?
Very good.
Probably.
And now we're putting in another cup of the
Putting another cup in there. Okay. So we're on 3 of those.
Yeah.
I promise we might go up to 8. Now I don't know. I've made promises I cannot keep. Okay, now it looks like this. Horrible.
Doesn't particularly fine.
This is why I eat beef burgers. Have you tried the Impossible Burger?
No.
Mate, it is as good as everyone says.
Well, I don't even know what that is.
It is made of pea protein.
Ooh,
yes, it's made of pea.
I like
but it is indistinguishable from beef.
Oh,
it is
wow.
crazy.
Okay, we are now adding the grated courgette.
Yeah.
And that's it for now, or everything else too? Oh, everything's going in.
Yeah.
That's
I just like to do the thing with the grater. Makes me feel like a profi, which is a German abbreviation for professional. This is the bit I hate, because do you know about me being a germphobic person?
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't like getting your hands in there?
No. I when people say, the kind of guy who doesn't like getting his hands dirty. Me. Kind of person who values being clean. So, what do we need? That's fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. This is where it's more fun if you have a second person to help you, but you do not need that. This is why I told you to... This is why I told you to leave the oats open.
Right.
You can start one-handed. You can mix it first with a spoon or a wooden spoon, but honestly, you're going to regret that pretty quickly.
It's very satisfying, actually.
The reason you don't want to mix it with a spoon or wooden spoon or something is it is this sticky.
Yeah.
And when it's on a utensil, the ball of what is stuck to that utensil will grow and grow and grow.
Mm-hmm. You're not really going to be mixing it properly.
No. So this is just peanut butter.
Look at that.
So yeah. So I am actually thinking, Grace, despite me being a petulant wee, what was I? Knob?
Sure.
I've got an American friend that loves calling me a knob. He discovered...
Probably not just an American friend, Jonny.
He discovered the English word knob meaning penis, and he's like, that's hilarious. And honestly, when someone says it in an American accent, it just sounds so funny. You knob.
Anyway, what were you saying about being a petulant wee knob? What are you going to do?
Oh, I've put in too much oats.
Well, what do you do when that happens?
You put in more peanut butter.
Perfect.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
As long as we are okay with the chickpea amount, then we're fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you smell that peanut butter?
I can.
Nice.
Strong and delicious. Ooh, you lost a bit there.
That's the name of my firstborn.
It looks like it's coming together quite well, though.
Perfectly formed. I don't know how that's from. Sounds like a James Bond villain might be saying that about a cloned soldier. Perfectly formed.
Oh, you're going to have to get your spoon all dirty now.
Yep.
What a nightmare.
Minging spoon.
Going in with another big spoon.
That's a hunk of chunk.
That's a hunk of chunk of peanut butter. Erdnus butter.
Peanut cheese.
Pindakaas.
I don't know. I just can't help but think of Michael Caine in Goldmember sometimes when you hear a comedy Dutch accent.
I don't remember his comedic Dutch accent.
It's just what is it? He says he doesn't do a Dutch accent, but he says, what is it? I hate intolerant people and the Dutch, something like that. Which, when I was like 13 or 14, was a wonderfully niche thing to say, right? Like the Dutch.
Still quite niche.
Yes, they make up only a percentage of the population. Well, there are 12 million Dutch people, 16 million maybe.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Numbers for me, when they get too high, lose all meaning.
Like
and these are never facts that I care to remember.
I like the concept of a high number, a number that's
too high.
had a bit too much to schmuck.
Which is very apropos.
Hey, stop reinforcing stereotype. This needs more peanut butter.
Even more peanut butter.
Lads, we have made a colossal amount of burger patty. After making this the first few times, I went straight in on the nut butter there. Got it all up my hands. Look at that.
I mean, there's no way around that really, I assume.
Yeah, you can fold in the dry bits to it.
Looks so good.
These are so good actually that I just basically stopped eating veggie burgers when in the city because mine are better.
That's the goal, isn't it, with making food? That you end up being able to make better stuff than you can.
Yeah. So I say it with confidence because it's not something that I generally think of most of my cooking, but if I'm going to pay someone, and often in this city you're looking at least €8 for a burger, if I'm going to pay someone that, it should be something I can't do or something that's better than what I can do. And as far as veggie burgers in Berlingo, I would say quite a few people have nailed it to that extent.
Yeah.
But there are some good ones out there.
Do you remember Sunshine Burger on
Wiener Street?
Yes.
Average AF, my friend.
Average AF. I loved those burgers so much.
Those were all. I think those were all bought in frozen, weren't they? Were we talking about the same one, not opposite the swimming pool?
Yeah. They were not bought in frozen. They were very freshly made. I remember watching them. I was super keen on that place.
I'm not terribly happy with this today. No. With our burger-based disagreement. No, with my balls.
You're not so happy with your balls? You think it's still...
It's crumbly.
It's too crumbly?
Yes, I think we need some Feuchtigkeit, which is moisture. So I'm going to wash my hand and I'm going to put in the other courgette.
Ah, yes. Yeah. That'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a never-before-occurred issue, or does this happen when you make them quite a lot?
This has happened, and that's why I had a standby courgette.
This man, he's prepared.
So yeah, the mixture is a little bit too dry for me, so it means that when you fry it, it's going to fall apart. Mm-hmm. So a bit of moisture is the key, and you could get that with good old-fashioned water.
Why miss out on the extra nutrients?
Well, exactly, and you've also got to be super careful with the water, because if you put too much of that in, then now you've got to put in more oats and more peanut butter again.
Nightmare.
Whereas, yeah.
We could have just given you the perfect amount, talking to the viewers now, and then this wouldn't even be an issue. But what fun would that be, eh?
Grace seems to dislike my very naturalistic approach to cooking. It's not recipe friendly. I watched a recipe video on the YouTube lately. In fact, stop what you're doing. Google some bean video that Jonny watched. The really nice American lady who likes beans. I like beans.
Beans are great, yeah.
Mate, I was a little bit, I was like, whew, there's a woman out there for me. But
she likes beans, I like beans, what could possibly go
and she had this great line.
Just quickly, we grated half of that courgette and we have added it to the mixture, and we are now back to combining.
Yes.
And continue your story.
And this is working perfectly.
Good.
So anyway, I watched this video, some recipe about beans. I didn't even finish it actually. But she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go like make this up as I go along. This isn't even how I always cook beans. Consider this a method, not a recipe."
Haha! You stole that, and you were like, "Yes."
It made me think of the
That's
video
what
that I
say.
put you through the first
It's
time.
a method.
Yeah, it's more like, a way of thinking.
Yeah, it's a philosophy.
It's thinking, but with your hands and with a zucchini,
And hey, it's all come together, literally and metaphorically. Look at that.
There's a little bit of crumble in here still, Mella. I'm glad. I like your
Very optimistic.
I like your optimism.
It looks like a brain.
I nearly said something rude. I nearly said something that I would regret having recorded. Oh, sorry, tell me, it was not that bad.
I do really want you to say it now, but...
No, they're in prison now.
Oh, right.
No.
That's even more intriguing.
I just made that up. I'm going to take a little trick from making the tortilla. I'm going to wet my hand because I think we need a last little bit of moisture. So I've just rinsed my hand. It's all flushed.
Is a good trick.
It's a good way of adding a tiny amount of water.
Yes. I make my own tortillas. What is going on outside?
Oh yeah, sorry viewers. I live in an area with very small streets where nobody knows how to drive and or park.
There is a lot of roadworks going on though too. I can understand why it might be a bit tricky at the moment.
You should see it when there are no roadworks on.
I make your tortillas all the time now.
Oh, mate.
All the time.
I made them just the other day.
Yeah.
Accidentally made too many.
The accident.
Made a little quesadilla with them.
Nice.
So just some spread I've got from the shop over the road. And grated cheese, bit of hot sauce, coriander, boom.
Yum.
Just make that up and then put it in a pan with the lid on.
Let's have that instead.
And the bottom went crispy. It was great.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're happy with your patty mix now.
Can you take that plate?
Okay.
Thank you. Pop it somewhere. I'm happy with my patty mayonnaise.
I'm so pleased.
Thank you for helping me with the
I
plate.
hated you to be unhappy.
So now we're going to divide them up. So
ours is looking something like this. In fact, exactly like that.
you're going to rip off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got to get both hands dirty.
Oh, yeah. Were you only doing that with one hand before?
Yeah, because I really don't like having dirty hands. Okay.
So we are doing balls.
So you're kind of like rolling it and compacting it at the same time. It's quite hard to mess this up. It doesn't even need to be in a burger shape. It can just be a ball.
But given that we're going to try and put it between a bun, we probably want to make it...
So to do that, if you squash it like that, the edges are all going to fall apart. That's fine. That's going to work.
Yeah.
But I'd say that one's come out quite big, but that's okay. Do be aware that if it's really thick, you're not going to cook the middle, and because it's vegan, that means it's going to taste good. So what you can do is get a little bit less actually, and roll it into a ball.
Yeah, because I guess you do kind of want to cook the onion
Don't need
a
to.
little bit. Don't need to.
It's all going to merge together and be wonderful.
Nice.
So you can just leave it in a bowl, or you can just keep rolling this ball but pressing your hands ever closer together, and then it will crumble because it's still not got enough moisture.
Oh, no.
And you can just kind of roll a kind of squished ball. This one is not our friend.
No, it's not sticking together. Wet your hands. Works every time.
Wet hands whip them.
It's now worked 2 times, so that's every time.
Do, 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 do.
What's that?
2 times. A song from the Yardankites. You don't know the Yardankites reference?
No.
From
no,
the drugs episode of Brass Eye.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah. Then it's not the 90s, it's the Yardankites. Make sure that when you're making your ball, you don't have any like 2 foot long curly hairs in there.
Delicious.
I washed my hair last month, so it's fine.
It's tied up and everything. How did that get in? Maybe it was mine. Mine get everywhere.
Oh, thanks. I was much more comfortable with it being mine. A lot of German speakers, native German speakers, when they speak English, instead of saying hair, because it's not a plural really, is it? They say hairs. And now all you native English speakers know how creepy that is. Hair, fine. Hairs, gross.
Can you use it in context, please, as to what?
I really like your hairs.
I quite like that.
Grace Mellor?
Yes.
I'm going to put in the rest of that courgette.
Are you?
I'm admitting defeat.
It's okay. More courgette can only be a good thing, I think.
Sorry?
More courgette can only be a good thing. Can I prod this?
Yeah, prod away.
Feels good to me.
Oh, baby.
But, yeah.
Do you want to...
The addition of more courgette.
Can I tell you what happens when they crumble up?
What happens?
When you're frying them, hey, little bits get...
Floor salad.
Little bits of them get burned.
Aha.
And they these little black bits of burned onion and black bits of burned onion and peanut butter, and they taste amazing.
Well then, frankly, why are we not going for more crumbly?
Yeah.
That's gonna fix it, do you think?
Yep.
We are chucking some balls back into the bowl.
I put one back in because those ones were too dry. Now everything's a bit foist, you know.
Foist.
But overall, I think too wet is going to be better than too dry because it will hold together and moisture gets fried out in the heating process.
This is true.
You can eat these raw.
Really?
Yeah, I mean you're eating raw onions and raw garlic, so a lot of people don't like that, but you can, and it ain't bad.
I noticed we haven't seasoned the patties at all. Do you find that the peanut butter is basically flavourful enough?
Yeah, and I didn't put the chili sauce in either.
Ah.
But that's fine. We've got jalapenos in there. I mean, you can put chili sauce on a burger bun if you want.
Well, yeah, exactly. And it's also good because we didn't have it in the intro video, so now I'm not even going to put it there.
Oh, mate.
Saves me that extra work.
Oh, mate.
These are what our patties are looking like.
You're bloody efficient.
Just now. They look beautiful.
I mean, sure. Looks like a bit like
they look
frozen baby food.
Like meat because of the different dark and light marbling.
Yeah. For us readers of the Times, you know, it's about differences in texture, quality.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So where do you tend to get your recipes from? Are you Google the ingredients you have and find something online? Look at that one. That's not even pretending to be a patty. That's just a ball.
I normally make them as a ball.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to do a few small ones. All good. See how many are coming out here? Loads. So where do I normally get my recipes? The YouTube algorithm is a wonderful thing. I really like watching binging with Babish. I think he's great, but I think he's also he doesn't like coriander, he doesn't like beans, he does cook with meat, so I don't cook many of his recipes at all. But I think
enjoy watching him.
I think he's fun. He's nice. I watched a lot of Bon Appetit before turned out they were all racist. The people that were running the thing, not all of the people involved. A lot of the people on camera were, treated poorly because of the colour of their skin. So that fell apart last summer.
So we're not going to be,
sorry?
We're not going to be recommending that people go to that. Got a little fly in your peanut butter.
I don't know. They might be happy with their existing content. I can't say.
Caught it.
A lot of them also have found fame and employment elsewhere.
Okay.
So, in the time
What
since.
was the concept of that show?
Bon Appetit. Oh God, it's owned by Condé Nast magazine. I don't know.
Right.
Honestly, I think first they just wanted some video content for their recipes, but then the people that were doing them were very charismatic, and then it became more about them. And I don't know. It all kind of fell apart. They've got some new people, and they're trying to be like, we're not racist now. We employed other people like us, and I don't know how well that's worked. But yeah, they did. Yeah, problematic. Where else? There's an app that you can download. Stop what you're doing.
It's going to take people literally a day.
Download KPTN Cook.
Kitten Cook.
Yeah. He's probably a racist. Almost definitely, no?
I mean, I don't know.
Which one was he? Is he the fellow that, discovered Australia and the people already living there. Is that him?
I think so, yes.
Nah, there's no racist British people from the 18th century, are there?
Absolutely not.
All right. Anyway, I don't know if that's a German app or what.
Sounds like it would be with the K.
Yes, but the recipes are in anglais.
Oh, en anglais.
En anglais, ouais.
Look at that pile of balls.
What they do is they recommend just 3 recipes a day. You can set to vegetarian or normal mode. I always talk vegetarians down, and I eat like 99% vegetarian food.
Weirdos.
Yeah. What do you mean there's no meat in this? Did I do the no meat in this story last time as well?
I think you might have done. Is that the rest? That's the end of it. Yes, clean bowls. That has yielded a great many balls.
That is more balls than I anticipated.
What a happy accident.
Well, the reason is just, because I don't measure my ingredients.
Jonny's going to be freezing those balls and eating them for days.
Many balls. Many balls. Good.
So now is the time you might want to do a quick kitchen clean up, or maybe you're still forming your balls. Maybe we were quicker than you. God, that smells good in peanut butter street.
Wait until it's fried.
Oh.
So, okay, we've got our balls. At this stage, there are 2 of us.
Yes.
Maybe a third person is going to eat some of these. I don't know. It is time to put some away. We talked about my incredibly organised drawer last time, didn't we?
Tupperware drawer.
The benefits
and just your glass Tupperware.
of moving house recently. Glasses are especially good for foods that may stain.
Yes.
So if you've got anything with like turmeric in it or tomato sauce, anything like acidic like that.
And it's just prettier.
Yes, but if you're carting it back and forth to the office every day
what a
on your
pain.
bicycle, like I do, when I used to go to an office before. Do you know what happened? Are you watching this?
No, I have no.
You must be watching this in the future, right? You're not watching it live.
No.
In the year 2020, there was a. I can't think of it.
Never happened. Never happened.
Oh, there's going to be those people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a wonderful insight. When you're putting these away to freeze, try to make sure that they're not touching. Just makes it easier down the road.
That's true. If you don't want to defrost them all at once.
Yes.
Now I feel like we're putting too many away.
That's about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you hear the desperation, the panic in my voice? My food is being taken away.
The peanut butter that I've used contains a lot of sugar, and so these I would say will remain edible just in the fridge for like 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really anything in there that's going to go off, is there?
Peanut butter is one of the world's greatest preservatives. Yeah. If the Egyptians had it, mate, their mummies would have been covered in it. Oh, we've only got honey. That's a ancient Egyptian accent.
I think that's probably spot on.
Oh my guys, can you believe all of this? It comes from the bees, from the bumhole. Bees have a bumhole?
I mean, it's almost definitely not the case. What? Do bees poop? These are the kinds of questions that...
A bee came at me the other day.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, I was having a bad time. All right, I'm going to pop this
I'll pop it.
out the way. I popped it.
Popped it.
Oh, let's scooch that so you don't step in some booger.
That would be...
I'm going to leave that there. Put away our oats. So yeah, sorry if this is frustrating for everybody watching, but
no, they'll all be having to do the same, I'm sure.
you should put your stuff away now. Tiny kitchen, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So I find the burgers do best at the highest heat that you have, but I'm going to use a non-stick pan.
Aha.
So one that I want to just give a little wipe first.
Yes, I do not have any non-stick pans now.
Ooh, mate, how are your eggs?
Not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, constant nightmare.
Yeah. Non-stick pan Teflon doesn't want to be at a super high heat for a long time. So that's
right?
fine if you're just doing it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do 2 or 3 of these, that's fine. If you're going to do, let's say, 6, then maybe think about using a lower heat and doing it for a longer time.
Why is that? Does the non-stick film kind of melt off?
Yeah, the good thing about eating Teflon, though, is it just comes right out. I don't think you're supposed to eat Teflon. It's got to be bad for you.
We are not suggesting.
Can you point the camera somewhere else for a second?
Why, what are you doing?
Just pretty sure I put my garlic in the bin.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
The number of vegetable peelers I end up throwing in the bin because I scoop all the
Gosh.
vegetables.
So I've set the pan to heat up for the burgers. When the burgers,
So you put it on a high heat.
I've put it on 2.5 out of 3 or 5 from 6.
Very good.
So, I mean, if you have one of these cookers, that's what you got.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let that heat up for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to open a window. Might be bad for the audio. Let's keep the window
No,
closed.
I think it's okay.
Let me know.
I've had no issues with like ambient noise before.
Okay. Because the peanut butter-ness is going to be a problem. When the burgers are cooked, they're all going to be stacked up on a plate. It's going to look really nice.
Yum, yum, yum.
And then we're going to slice open and toast the bread. The bread will toast so quickly
So fast.
that the burgers will still be fine. They will not freeze. So while we're waiting for that to heat up, we're going to do something that most cooks don't recommend, which is cook 2 dishes at the same time. So,
We're all about multitasking on this show.
because the tomato sauce is going to be really, really, really easy.
I'm excited to learn to make this very easy tomato sauce.
Ah, yeah. Because I'm going for like a spicy chili style. I'm not going to put any of this fresh basil in because I want mine to be. I don't find heat and basil to be a pleasing combination.
No, they're not a classic.
Coriander would go really well in this. Parsley would go really well in this, but I'm doing the most basic version to save everybody from last time. I've used my other kitchen.
If you have coriander or parsley to hand, you might want to add some. Why not?
So I'm just going to rinse off my tomatoes and my chilies. Chilies are optional.
Yeah.
These chilies are bought from the most German supermarket, the organic one. So
They will have approximately 0 spice.
I mean, they are very pretty.
That's so nice.
You
Especially
can.
like through this camera, that red is popping.
It's lovely. You can de-seed them if you want, but you don't need to.
We definitely don't need to do ours. We're just roughly chopping them. Would this be the stage where if people don't have a blender, they're going to need to be doing this a little more finely?
Absolutely. You should chop much more finely than that if you're not using a blender. If you have an immersion blender, great. If you have a stand-up blender, also fine. Probably don't need to cut the tomatoes, but I'm just going to cut them once and let people catch up. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cherry tomatoes here.
9 cherry toms.
Yep, you can use any kind of tomatoes, but always 9.
It's very important.
I've used like the colourful ones, you know when you get the yellow and the orange ones? It doesn't really come through in the sauce, man.
You want that vibrant red colour.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
But this will go a bit orange and then a bit redder, hopefully, as we go.
So obviously, if you are chopping super small, you probably want to pause the vid. I mean, you also won't be doing any of the blitzing stuff, so I guess you could leave it on while we do that. But.
So, bit of water in first. Do you want to know how much water?
I do, yeah.
Less than 200.
Very good.
200 is the first one it says on there.
Okay.
If I were to guess, I would say it's a lot less than 200. I'd say it's like 80. I was going to say grams. Hello! What is smells? Okay, you won't be able to smell this at home. This was going to be filmed, so I cleaned this first, and we are now smelling some soap.
That is the smell.
Yeah.
Delicious soap.
There is no soap in the dish. There are trace elements of soap in everything in your kitchen. Probably.
So germphobic, you probably want to clean your insides out with soap.
It works for the President of the USA. References from the past. Well, you can't have references from the future, can you?
If you did, that would be called clairvoyance.
I don't think I know her. Oh!
Salad!
Take that, tomato!
Is it going to go in, or is it going to go in the bin? That's
It's going in the bin.
Okay.
This floor has only had a cursory, are you filming me, kind of wipe. Hey, did you just get some butt
I got
action?
some butt.
Hey, I signed up for peanut butter, not man's butt.
Sure.
You know what? I'm going to pop some of this in.
We are using the sriracha.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Do a little hip wiggle while you do it.
Oh, très amusant.
Why are you so French today?
Okay. Was that Spanish? Because you speak French, and I'm jealous.
We're gonna whiz it.
Try,
Eins.
Pulse. Pulse again. Do more pulsing.
Does get very orange, doesn't it?
It goes very orange, but that is super watery. So, what we need to do, turn that up. It's going to be on a high heat, exactly the same as the burgers.
Evaporate some of that water.
That's a lot of water. There's too much water. That is the wateriest one I've ever done. Hui!
So basically, ignore everything Johnny's done in this cook along.
It's not going well today, is it?
Hopefully, it will turn out better next time. No, I think it's going to be just perfect. We're putting some more tomatoes in.
Yeah, we're going to put some tomatoes. It's too watery.
If you don't have more tomatoes, then just cook the water off. Let it reduce way down. That'll be fine. When do you put your tomato mark in?
When the correct amount of I'm not putting it in now because I'm blending this.
Okay. Reblending. With
So you
how
just
many more tomatoes did you pop in there?
Oh yeah. Right in.
4, 3, 4.
I think it was 5.
Okay.
Cherry tomatoes. Bear in mind that only 8.5 made it in the first place.
Yes.
Make sure you wipe anything that will stain very quickly off of your side unit that you have to use in your kitchen because your kitchen is too small.
Such a pretty side unit though.
Man, it's just a regular IKEA one, but with gold
Yeah, the gold
adornments.
really makes the difference. Pulse them again. Yes.
Okay. Gosh, it's still made up of too many water.
It will all...
Oh, that's a lot thicker though. That's good.
That glued.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So usually what I would do at this stage is put a bit of water in to get the rest of this out, these little bits of tomato skin. But I don't want more water in.
No.
I would like vinegar water in there. What did you just say? You just said redoing something.
Reusing the spoon
Reusing the spoon.
from your
The
jalapenos.
third album. No, I was on the Twitter earlier and I saw a hashtag for rejoiner and I was like, I hope that when I click this hashtag I find out more about carpenters that are fixing mistakes. And it was about people who want Britain to rejoin the EU. People who talk Britain down.
God. Can you imagine?
Talking Britain down.
Yeah.
Prince Philip might have made a full recovery while we're doing this. At the time of recording, he's in hospital.
Was he?
Yeah.
Didn't even know.
Busy
We've gone in
making a full
with how
recovery.
many chisps, please? 3.
Got 3 of the littlest spoon you have
That is a teeny chisp.
from a teeny jar. I'm popping
Really?
all of it in.
4.
But this was only half of a jar, so
Keep going. I'm
about
counting.
50 grams.
Let's go. About 5 chisps.
Yeah. Hey guys.
It's going to add some depth to that sauce.
What do you mean? It's sitting right on the top. Stir in gently.
We've gone all Nigella.
Oh yeah, I've never watched Nigella. Hey oh.
No, I'm not sure I have either, actually.
It's the point where you've already got porn up. I haven't.
That's looking like a good texture.
You want to put that on a burger?
No, but it's going to reduce.
It's gonna reduce.
Yeah.
Tomato sauce on the thing where I
Tomato
did not
sauce
want it.
everywhere. Goodness.
No one should have a nice tea towel, I know, but
No, it's true. But you do.
that one doesn't normally live there. Oh, I'm going right through the papers today.
That's my way of cooking.
Oh yeah, you're a big paper user?
About a roll of dish.
Yeah, me too, mate. It's bad news.
It is.
Okay, we're also going to pop in some tomato ketchup.
Ketchup.
People like to turn their nose up at sugary ingredients, and that's because they're wrong.
I'm glad that we sorted that out.
Ketchup, peanut butter. Did I say this last time? You do not have to be healthy to be a vegan.
This is good to know. Also, I love ketchup. Oh, that sounds like a salad squeeze.
Yeah, we're right at the end of this one.
Yeah.
My lady is German and prefers the organic one, so I'm not allowed to buy this after this
Whoa.
one. Mate. I'm having a bloody
She
nightmare.
prefers the organic one
The organic ketchup.
to Heinz. I'm not sure. Well, I know how I feel about that. I was going to say I'm not sure how I feel about that.
The big difference between the flavours for me is the price. And that's it.
And the sugariness of the Heinz.
No, they both taste of sugar.
Really?
Yeah, which is great. Sugar is awesome.
So you put a good few squeezes in.
Yeah.
And let
It's
this
fine.
bubble in
Again,
there.
optional.
It's going to reduce down. It's all getting frothy.
So yeah, that's just water in there, so it can't really burn.
Yeah.
This pan has been on for quite a while.
Pan's getting hot.
You
Are we
can-
going to fry our balls?
Yeah, you can use. You don't have to use oil if you're using non-stick.
Okay.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
I'm using peanut oil. Use any oil that can go at a high temperature. Don't use olive oil. Do use sunflower oil if you've got that.
Peanut seems.
It's appropriate, but I think we talked about this last time. It's like peanut butter doesn't taste of anything. Peanut oil doesn't taste of anything.
Yeah.
So I like to use a spatula.
Spatula, that is how you say it.
This is one of my favourite bits about doing this because you get to use it to mush it. So let's get one of the ones that's most bowl-like. My kitchen is also on a slant, so you got to move the oil like
Yeah,
that.
that's fun.
So I'm going to put in the one that's most bowl-like. Then, when you use the spatula to crush it like this,
Oh.
you need to actually have a hand free. I was holding the plate for the video.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there
It
you
comes
go.
off.
It falls off.
Now, when we turn that around, it's going to have those like nice black
It's like
lines
a real
on
burger.
it. It is a real burger, my friend.
Like one that's been sitting on the barbecue rack.
Oh, yeah. Grace and I have a lot of Australian friends, and we put them through a lot of our own versions of their stereotypes. Hot oil is really bad for you.
Bad for skin.
Look at the soup. No, it's not soup, but yeah.
Chickpea burgers and soup. Smelling good.
Yeah. I think I saw them at Leeds Festival. Yeah.
Chickpea burgers and soup.
Yeah. I'm going to turn that down.
Rolling for Soup used to play everything.
Did they now?
Remember that?
Yeah, I was like,
I remember seeing their name everywhere.
I was like, you're not for me,
No.
you guys, but you know, likable.
Can you name one Bowling for Soup track?
Yeah.
Yeah? What?
The one.
I don't know. What?
No, the guy.
What the guy? On the guitar?
And he, and then they jump down.
I wish I'd been filming you for that. We have 4 patties in our pan. Sounds like a nursery rhyme. And our sauce is, look at all that water just boiling off, that's good.
Yeah. So I think we've reached the drink your beer part of the evening.
Yeah?
We're less than an hour in. Yeah, this is a much easier one than the
we're 50
tortilla.
minutes in. Very good. And with a lot of faffing about. Imagine how fast it could be
The sun is setting.
when people nail their measurements.
Eat these burgers. Okay. So I'm
Smelling like they're
burning.
a little bit.
Yeah. Did I say this last time? You know when you slightly burn something, it means that it's better. So,
Charred is what we're going for.
flame grilled.
Oh yeah.
Have it your
Flame
way.
grilled chickpeas.
Oh, that's a bit too much.
Yeah.
That's a bit too far done. But it's a big thick one, so the inside is still going to be raw.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Actually, these burgers are going much faster than I expected, which means
Cut the bread.
we can cut the bread.
Are those going to be the bits that go all burnt and crispy and delicious that have just fallen off? I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, we can do that. I'm going to turn it down because we need more water to boil
Yes.
from our thing.
That's
This is plastic, so I'm going to lean it on top of one of the burgers. Yeah.
yeah.
Not
But
on
will
the
not the
not on
edge.
the
Will not the edge.
not
Still
on the
melt?
teflon.
I'm going to get in your way.
Yeah, mate.
That's what I like to do.
Get right up in there. Make it personal.
I will.
Um,
So this is a good, if it ever happens again, a very good friends are coming over dish. You know?
absolutely.
You can just make a whole stack of these, stack of burger buns.
Yeah, and what I tend to do is provide a few sauces, either just like ketchup ready-made, or I'll make guacamole, the same one that I did last time,
Yep.
to go with this. Last time I didn't bother putting most of the stuff in though, like the coriander and the tomato, because they were in a lot of other dishes.
Yeah.
But I'd go the whole hog with this.
Hog.
Sometimes I fry onions or do raw red onions, cut into rings with my knife. You'll be lucky. So yeah, you can do a lot of accoutrement. I've made my own fries with this before.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't really dare deep fry things.
I've done like the oven version.
Right.
There's a really good recipe for that on the interweb. The guy that I watched, Adam Ragusia, used a Jamie Oliver recipe to do it, where he said boil the potatoes to the point where you really can't boil them, think you can't boil them anymore. They're already cut into the fry shape, and then put them in the oven, which already has hot oil in.
Oh.
And he's like, they're crunchy. And he does a lot of like audible, which I don't like,
good.
but some people
He
do.
proves it.
He's a man of his word. He's one of the most popular channels on YouTube. He has the most excellent segues into his like Squarespace sponsors. It's wonderful. It's great.
For someone with a YouTube channel, I know absolutely nothing about YouTube. I don't watch YouTube.
FoodTube. Mate, I love just leaving it on and like recipes come to you. You know, it's organic.
Just
like
let them come to you.
Like my ketchup. So let's have a look at some of these boogers.
Sure, Shetland.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you see the effect on this one here, but less of it is cooked. Whereas this is like cremated on that side, but
I think that's perfect.
that's all good.
And on
That's
that
double
side.
cremated, so that's coming out, which means we've got room for another one.
But they're
So-
holding together nicely.
they are, but most of that isn't cooked. I'd say that one's too big.
Okay.
You remember I made some smaller ones, but I think I
Yeah.
put those in the freezer already. We're only doing the big ones right now.
Okay.
You can always just squeeze them down a little bit more, so you've got more surface area that's getting cooked.
Yeah, that's true. Again, it's like you say, it doesn't really matter if they are a bit undercooked.
Because all of the ingredients are natural.
Exactly. And really, like, for the people at home to decide this is going to be their first run through, and then if they're like, it's good, but I would like them more cooked, or more blackened, or whatever.
Yeah. You'd struggle to get a bit more blackened, but then they need to be thinner.
You then know what to do for next time.
Absolutely. It's one of those dishes that for me has come out a bit different every time, and I've made this one hundreds of times. So, you know, just watch how it goes. Sauce we
Watching
can
your
turn
methods, I
up a
can't
little
imagine
bit.
why.
You are like so critical. This is thickened up
That's looking
quite
good.
a lot. I'm going to turn the heat back up just to 2 out of 3.
I can't get over the fact that you only have 3 options for heat.
6 options.
Oh, because they all have 0.5s.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
Mate, I was at a mate's house. 12. 12 options. Yeah.
That's
Do you know what's
too
better
many
than that?
options. What?
Gas bloody cookers.
Yes,
But bad
it
for the
is.
planet. Okay. I'm going to get 2 plates.
One is for me.
Did I talk about 2 cans last time?
I don't think you did, no.
No.
Would you like to talk about 2 cans this time?
How family friendly is this channel?
I mean, I had to put an 18 plus warning on Sam's because he put on a very rude apron.
I'm going to tell this tale in the family friendly way.
Okay.
There's a girl that I went to.
We are cutting our buns. That's not even the non-family friendly joke. That is just what's happening.
There's a girl that was at school. A school at some time, maybe at the same time as me in the same place. And she once gave a gentleman an adult kiss in exchange for 2 cans of beer.
Is this like sort of urban legend, or do you actually know this person and know that this happened?
Oh, this happened.
2 cans of beer.
2 cans of beer, just for a kiss.
Once the camera's off, we're finding out just how adult this adult kiss was.
Pretty adult.
Look at those! I'm loving this chargrilled effect. That's so good.
It's nice. I do have the correct pan for said.
A griddle pan. There it is. He's not lying.
I decided not to use that because of 2 reasons.
Specialist equipment.
Specialist equipment, and it generates a lot of smoke.
Ah.
So you got to be on your game for that.
Why does it do that?
Because of the bits of food that are stuck in it.
I see.
Because you're supposed to clean it in their own
Personal
funny
to your
way.
griddle pan rather than just griddle pan.
So you can do this under a grill or on top of a toaster to toast the bread, but I do not have a grill. I do not have a toaster.
Oh, so this is nice and easy.
Yeah.
Pop it in the pan.
This has been on a lower heat for a while,
Okay.
which is why these aren't so blackened as the last ones.
Oh.
Hi there.
As we were.
Yeah, so the pan is on a lower heat, so these aren't as blackened, but this is because I was really nervous about those sugars in this bread. Burning.
Bread-esque.
Because those will go black quickly.
Okay.
If you want another look at the sauce here, you can see it's still boiling on the top.
Yeah.
Underneath, you can see you've got this real paste in there
It's
now.
getting nice and pasty.
So yeah, you need to just keep that going some
Yeah.
more, but it's getting to the stage where parts of it could burn because the liquid is
Okay.
rising on up.
So just keep it stirring.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. It sounded like the English word stern, which reminds me of the German word Stern, which means star, which reminds me of a place called the Star Bistro in the town of Oranienburg, which I would always walk past and think, bistro,
Why did you think bistro in an
bistro, Stern
Oh my
Bistro.
goodness. I love this insight we've just got into Johnny's brain. What I can only imagine happens every time you hear any word.
You and a number of people we know used to take people on tours to a former concentration camp near to Berlin, and it's in that town.
Right.
So you, I believe, used to do this as well.
No, I did not. I never
You did
did
not.
that tour.
Ah, okay. So that's why you don't have the memory of the Stern Bistro.
I'm sure I would.
Ta-da!
Look at that.
So this was on quite a low heat, and you can see
Sugar burns.
this one's fine. This
Yeah.
one's overdone. If that was on any longer, that would be like you wouldn't want it.
I kind of want it though. That looks
Oh, it's going to be good.
perfect to me.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
But maybe you can start to see if you can get in a bit closer here. If you see that this shine on there, that's just burnt sugar.
It's basically just a brioche, isn't it? Really?
I don't often do this with the burger buns. I just did it for the video, really. I mean, I've done it this way before,
Yeah.
but I tend not to buy these burger buns anymore because I don't think that they're legally food. So
But I like it because it gives you that fast food feeling, even though it's
Absolutely.
all really healthy otherwise.
kind of. But yeah, what was I going to say? I do this with sometimes just regular bread rolls, but then it's very filling.
Yeah. Because the other thing about bought hamburger rolls like this is they are not just sugar, they are also air. They're just sugar and air.
We're going to wash the salad. We're doing nothing special with this salad.
Okay.
I'm not doing any dressing, anything. I am just rinsing it out.
Is that going to go in the bun
It's going to go on the
or
bun.
on the side of the bun?
Um,
Do you eat them as open buns? Like you don't make it into a burger by putting the top on?
of course I'm going to put the top on.
Oh, right, okay.
This is craziness.
Well, you said it's going to go on the bun, and that made me think... well,
Things
then
go
it's-
on buns.
But then it's in the bun. If
It's
you're
in a burger and on a bun, I think. Mate, prepositions are
highly
mental.
confusing.
I've got a preposition for you.
What's your favourite preposition?
I don't know. I'm not as good at language as you, so I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Well, I revisit chefs, and this is what our chat comes to. What's your favourite preposition?
What's your
You've got to
favourite?
think of new questions.
What's your favourite preposition?
Okay, these are also looking great.
Mm-hmm. This will go much better on the top of a toaster or under the grill in your oven. But
Not in my grill.
my oven broke, and the owners of the building blessed me with the cheapest oven possible.
Oh, so your oven does work now, but it's
It works now, but they didn't put a grill in.
Okay.
Okay, so time to put the burger on the bun. There's a technique to this. You watching?
Pay attention.
Can you see me in this video? Yeah. No, that's really easy.
Very down.
It's really easy. You do this. You just put it on.
Look at that.
Yeah, very simple. Good health tip. Food that is like brown is really good for you.
Beige, even better.
Make sure you've got the brownest food possible. Everything has been deep fried. Just getting some of these little crispy bits.
Yes, please.
Crispy bits. And turning off all the makukas.
Sauce is
So,
good.
you'll notice we're only going to eat 2, but we've cooked 6. You can have these cooked but cold. I've been known to have one on a slice of toast for breakfast with a bit of that chili sauce.
Delicious.
Very nice. Yeah, so really think of them as just like a vegan substitute for where you'd use any kind of meat, really.
Yeah.
They work really, really well. You could do them half the size and have like meatballs if you want. Again, I'm not having it with pasta, but what if my Italian ex-girlfriend comes back from the grave to kill me? She'd have to die first.
Is she dead too?
She's not dead. Dead too references a conversation we had off camera.
Yeah.
She's not dead.
Knows a lot of dead people.
She's not dead. She's very much alive, and she sent me a image of British people eating Italian food that she thought was disgusting.
Right, he's going to show us how to...
We're very carefully using a metal spoon because this is a non-stick pan, so you shouldn't do that. But, you know, I'm Maverick.
That's what they say about Jonny.
This could have been cooked a little longer. You'll see it's still a bit, what's the word there? Flussig? Feucht? Still a bit moist, but that's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, yeah, absolutely. 2 more minutes cooking wouldn't have hurt it, but it doesn't need it. The rest of that, you can just pop into a jar.
Or you can leave it simmering.
Yeah, but I don't like to leave things cooking while I'm paying no attention.
No, that's true. Looks good.
It's good. It's spicy.
It's spicy?
Because we left the seeds in.
Reduced it so much.
We didn't put salt into any part of this dish, so I'm going to put them on now. That was 4 1/8 turns of salt.
Make sure you get it right.
One thing that Grace and I talked about putting in this, but we decided not to use in the video, is smoked paprika, which would go really well in this tomato sauce. Very spicy. It's woo!
That's good.
So, got our salad, got our kitchen roll, so you can just like
Tupfen it a bit.
Yeah, Tupfen, is that the German word?
Yeah, that's like.
It's the German word.
That's the German word. It's the only one. Lovely.
I think I said this earlier. I feel like this doesn't need cheese, but you could grate some cheese, do some sliced cheese, get some Kraft American cheese on there if you want to make it look like a McDonald's advert. That'd be nice. I've had it with cheese, but I feel like it doesn't up the game. I feel like it's fine.
It's beautiful.
So, pop that on.
Ta-da!
Pop that on.
McDonald's, eat your heart out. Look at that. Oh yeah, Jonny, incredible. Another amazing dish, and we're in at under 1 out of 10. That's good going.
I was hoping for 45. We'll do it quick next time.
No, it's perfect. I can't wait to dig in. Good luck at home, everyone. I hope yours has come out just as well. Guten appetit, and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.